Hi guys, I'm Tuboiders, and this is my first Unity3D tutorial. First I want to apologize because my English speaking is not so good and I may make some mistakes. And yeah, that's it. So in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to make a multi-language game. I mean that we'll use an XML file and we will be able to change your in-game language using that XML file. So let's begin. First, open a new scene or a new project and make a C# script, code whatever you like. I will call mine XML reader. Open it up. Quote, yes. So in this script we are going to use lists and dictionaries. Also we are going to use XML functions, and we will have to read and write or just read XML files. So there are a couple of libraries we need to import, and we are doing this by typing using and the library we are going to use. So the first library is system.collections.generic. This library helps us with using lists. It doesn't help us, sorry, it allows us to use lists. Also using system.io. As far as I know, system.io allows us to use external file paths, so that's needed. Also using system.xml. This is the most important here because we're going to read and write XML files. And the last one is using system.text. I don't know what is this exactly for, so I know we need it, and if you don't use it, we'll maybe get some errors. I don't know. Okay, let's continue. First we need to make a public variable where we will assign the XML file, and I'll call that variable a dictionary. So we type public text asset and to put some name. In this case I'll put dictionary. Dictionary. Then I will make a public string which I'll call language and language name, and a public integer called current language. So the public string language name will show in the inspector the current language we're using, and the public integer current language, this will be integer when we change also the language changes. So for example, if English language is 0, if we change it to 1, it will change to any other language which is set to 1. Okay, let's continue. Now I will make some strings we are going to use for buttons, maybe. Yeah, button 1 and string button 2. The difference between public string and only string is that public string can be accessed in any other script. I mean, if we have two scripts and you want to access this language name string, for example, you can access it. But if it's only string or private string or protected or static, you can access it. That's the main difference. And also, if you want to hide a public string, the best way to do it is hide in inspector, but we're not going to use it now. So Now we'll have to make a list and a dictionary, and this is done by typing list dictionary string, and we'll call this list languages is equals to new list dictionary string. So why we type string 2 times in a dictionary? Well, dictionaries, you know how dictionaries usually work. There's a keyword, and after the keyword there is its meaning. So for example, if you want button 1 to be called play in English language, on the first string there will stay button 1 and the second will be the play string. You get it? I think so. So we need to make a dictionary string, and we call the dictionary object semicolon. Okay, now we have to make a function that will actually check the XML file, read it, and say which value to go to its string or integer, or it could be whatever you want. So void, let's go with reader. Okay, this is the function. So what we have to do is we have to make a new XML document, and then we have to attach the text asset, I mean the dictionary, to that document. Actually we need to attach the dictionary text to that document. So we're doing this by typing XML document, XML, I will call it XML doc, is equals to new XML document. Okay, now this is the part where we attach the dictionary text to the XML doc. So we type XML doc dot load XML dictionary dot text. Okay, now we have to check. We have to make a list which will check every node that is called language, because every node called language is a different language, and we have to make a list for that. This is we can do this by typing XML node list. I'll call this let's call it languages list. Yes, languages list is equals to XML doc dot get elements by tag name, and that tag is language. Or yeah, language. Now we need a for each statement. What for each basically do is check every single value we give it in a particular list or array. So in this case we need to check every single XML node language value in language list, in languages yep, oops, sorry, here, yep, that's done. Okay, now this for each statement will check every single language in the languages list. So now we need to make a list for the language content, I mean that every single language will have its own content, for example for the buttons or for the windows or etc. So we're making an XML node list. Yep, language content is equals to language content. I know, no, not language. It equals to language value dot child nodes. Okay, and now we have to make a new dictionary to the object dictionary we made earlier here. So object is equals to new dictionary string. Now we need another for each statement which will check every single value in the value list for the current language. We do this by typing XML node value in language content. Okay. Now we have to set the language XML file we are going to use. So where is it? Yep, I forgot these two. Okay, oops. Okay, now wait a second. Okay guys, sorry I had to pause here because my sister interrupted me. Okay, now let's continue. Here I have already made an XML document and I will open it. Yep, edit with Notepad++. Okay, I'll close this and this. Okay, this is the XML document. This first class here, it could be any name you want. You could name it data or languages or whatever you like. So I will name this, yep, languages. Yeah, it's the same. And now here, this is the basically this is the language itself. So if you want in English language, we make a function or a state, or I don't know how it's called, language, and we have to close it by this inverted dash, or I forgot how it's called, language. Okay, now this string here opens the state and this one closes it. Now you can make whatever you want here. So I'm going to make one name. This is basically what the language name is, and I'll call this, let's delete this too. I'll call this English, and I'll close that. Then I'll make one for the button one, and I'll call that button one, and maybe play, and here we'll call it button one, and another one for the button 2, exit, close it. Okay, so I'll make another one in my mother tongue language, so I'll call this Bulgarian. Start a game, започни игра, start a game, and exit is good. Okay, this is what we basically do. Now I'll move this so we don't need it anymore. Okay, now here where we check every single value in the language content, we make this. We need if statement, which will check the value name if it's the same as the name in the XML file. So value dot name is equals to name. We said we add object to the dictionary, object that add value dot name value dot inner text. Okay, it's done. So basically here we have name. This is the name. This if statement will check if the value name is equals to the name, and if it is, it will then add this name and its inner text. Inner text is this. This is the inner text. It will add this name here and the inner text here. So we have two more, button 1 and button 2, and we have to add them. We do this by typing if value.name is equals to button 1, we add to the object value.name value.inner text. I'll copy this and paste it one more time and change button 1 to button 2. Okay, this is what we basically do. Now, because we want our game to check for the language before it starts, so it doesn't lag or take time to start and show the actual menu, we need function awake. That awake function will check for, let me type it. That function awake will check the XML file and the current language before the actual gameplay starts. So we need to call the reader. Type reader semicolon. Now we need a void update. Okay, in the update function, we'll put the values in the current language into this language name and button strings, and the way we choose the current language is with the integer. Okay, let's show what was the list languages. So we call oops, I forgot something. Sorry about that. We need to actually add the dictionary to the list. So the way we do this is we call languages dot add object dictionary. Okay, now we are done, and we can proceed. So languages in the update function. The reason I'm doing this in the object function is because it updates it every frame. Instead of update, you can use fixed update or late update, but late update is not optional to use. Yeah, so I'm going to use the update, and I have to type languages current language. This is the integer. This is the way we check. This is the way we change our current language, because in languages we store every single language. Now we have two languages. This is the one, this is the second one, and here we added all the languages to the list called languages. This is the dictionary. So what this does, it's adding these two languages into the list, and now in the list we have two languages which between we can choose with an integer, because they're stored, the first one is 0, the second one is 1, the third one is 2, and etc. So yeah, let me move this here. So now what we basically do is languages current language dot try get value. Now we call the value and we say where we need to be, and we do that with out. So I need to call the value name to the language name, semicolon, and that is the name value. Okay, so now wait, it's compiling. So now when I touch the XML reader script and the XML languages assigned to dictionary, if we start here, wait, it has it, here it is, here we have the language English. So if I change the current language integer to 1, it will change to Bulgarian. Okay, now where is it? Here. Now let's assign the button 1 and the button 2. This is basically done like this. I'm going to copy paste it because I'm a little bit too lazy. Okay, now button 1 and button 2. Wait, okay. Button 1, button 2. So if we want to check this out, I'm going to add a function on GUI and I will add two buttons to the main camera. So void on GUI. Okay. Now GUI dot GUI layout dot button GUI content button 1 and GUI layout dot button 2. What this basically do is it makes two buttons and it calculates its own weight and height. I mean it calculates in its own rect and sets the button 1 or the button 2 as its string. So let me show you now. Yep. Okay, now let's begin. Okay, we have play and exit. If we change the language to Bulgarian, now we have start game, започни игра, and exit изход. If we turn back to 0 to English language, it changes. Okay, that's it. This is what you have to do, and I will upload the script so you can see it and you can edit it yourself. But no, I will post it if I get 50 likes. Okay, now the best way to do this is to make a library, a DLL library, because you can access this library in every single script you make. So for example, if I had an XML reader, an XML writer, and a player controller and so on, I can access this library in every single script I make. Okay, that's it. Sorry guys if I made some mistakes, and sorry because I have said some words in Bulgarian. I'm a little bit confused because this is my first speak tutorial, and yeah, it makes me confused. Okay, thank you guys, and see you soon with another tutorial. I'm 2boyders, and bye.